Alright, hello everybody, welcome back, good evening, hope you guys are doing well, and no, I really don't care. Anyway, today we got Bitcoin still at 84,000, just as expected. In the 1 hour chart you could see just how flat this is. I did mention just yesterday, right? We would not see ourselves pass over this 84,000. I think that's what I mentioned. I hope that is what I mentioned. I'm usually right 50% of the time, so yeah, there you go. Not much movement today, pretty low volatility day, except for some coins which we will be talking about, the major coins that did see some price movements, mainly being Ton Coin. We'll talk about that in a second. Rest of the coins is all 0%. Why is Solana over here and not over here? Well, I guess Solana is better than Ethereum now. It just automatically shifted positions. I'm looking for, let me see the coin market cap. No, Solana's still number 6. How are we still under Binance? Maybe Solana's still very undervalued at the moment. Still decent recovery from Solana, 136. It's not too bad. Anyway, let's, yeah, it's in an uptrend, which is a good thing. Good thing for Solana. Similar deal with Bitcoin, still technically in an uptrend. Hoping that Sunday evening will treat us fairly. Ethereum still in a downtrend, I'm pretty sure. No, we have no trend finally. A little bit of a change going on over here. We still got to see ourselves above at least 1900, what is this? 1980 to see a complete uptrend. Possibly start recovering some lost territory. Yesterday we had no tariff announcements is the reason why we had a decent recovery. Today's just been a calm day, so slight increases for majority of these crypto pairs. XRP is $2.39, 0% movement, but still considered in an uptrend. This is the trade from yesterday that I had, that we were watching. We did manage to hit a take profit, so that is good for us. I lost all of that profit already today because I was testing it out on a low volatility day like a Saturday. I don't think I should be operating any trades on a Saturday. It's just such low volatility day. You can see this with all the coins, and it's just historically accurate. Usually 0% day, you're very likely to have your trade gradually move towards a stop loss. So that's going to be part of my strategy is just don't open trades on Saturdays. What else do we got? Cardano, 74 cents. We are fighting to stay above this uptrend, but right now price is a little bit below that 200 simple moving average. So, well, at this very second, no general trend until we pump above 75 cents, I would say is a safe mark. We did tab above 75.9, almost 76 cents, but then started dropping a little bit again. As long as we don't go below 73.3, we'll be fine for Cardano. We'll still have a chance at the uptrend. Otherwise, we'll flip to a downtrend and we're dropping to 70 cents next, which is not what we want to see. Especially after this beautiful pump that we had. I just can't stop talking about this pump. Look how many trades I made over here, man. I tested out on Cardano quite a lot for the crypto bot that I'm using, which it has a position open currently in Sui, so I do want to share that with you guys. I already lost on one trade earlier today, and this second trade, it started off okay, but it seems like it's slowly, gradually heading towards the stop loss, the level. Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups today. I mean, yeah, there were some changes I made to my code though, so I did want to just give it a bit more test runs before I dropped more bands in here and have this actually start trading decent money for me. But for now I just decided not to do that, right? I fixed an issue that I had with like leverage. Now it's using up more margin. It doesn't necessarily always do 2x leverage. Now it's defaulted to 1x leverage, which I think is fine. Realistically, I could just not even use leverage. No, but sometimes I do need leverage. Like the trade before this, it did use 2x leverage. It was absolutely necessary. I didn't have enough margin. But once I do have a greater balance, I think I would be using less leverage, maybe. I don't know. I think it's still relative to that position sizing. I'm risking 1% of my account balance on each trade. Let's do the transfer right now. USDT. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about USDT. 4,184. Let me just copy this number because I'm gonna note it down on my little, what do you call that? My trading workbook. I have this for perpetual futures. And this is what I have so far. I still have to note down a couple more trades. These should have more decimal points. 793 was what I originally put in. I had like 780, 89 or something. Just now. Before I transferred all this balance. I don't even remember what it was. It's already too late. It's fine. Oh, I should see here. I had 800 and then I lost twice. 8 times 2, 16. 16 minus 808, 790. That's what I had then. Let me write down this deposit we made today, 15 of March. Quantity, it was this much USDT, which is the same amount. And perpetual. Why is my comment perpetual? This is not from perpetual. Hold on. 100 came from standard futures. The 693 came from spot, didn't it? This one also came from spot. Yeah. There you go. The spot is the fund account. I had Solana transferred over that I sold. I sold Solana at 133. It's at 136 now. Could have made a bit more money, but whatever. It is what it is. It's on spot market. You're not going to make too much. You're not 3x leveraged on it like I usually do. So it's fine. Or maybe that's just copium. Let's have a look at the position history to see what we did. Yeah, these are the two trades. Oh, they both lost $9. Yeah, they're risking too much. Issue with this is it doesn't use the notional value SSA. It uses, what do you even call this? Just the amount, I guess. The contract size with only that crypto asset, right? It only trades SUIs, which each SUI is $2.35. It doesn't trade in USDT, which each USDT is a penny, right? You could trade fractions of a penny of USDT to put in precise amounts to risk exactly 1% of whatever your current balance is. But in this case, if you're purchasing the actual coin, depending on what the exchange lets you purchase, like if there is any decimal points allowed on that coin, usually it's a little difficult to figure out exactly how much you have to put in. So what this does is it just rounds to the closest amount of whatever 1% of risk would be for your account balance. But with a larger balance now, I don't think that will be an issue because you could cover for more SUIs and, you know, the percentage amount it would be more precise because you have more money to work with and SUI is costing less. SUI is a whole dollar value, right? It has 0 decimal points when you purchase SUI, so it has to be exactly a whole number of SUIs that you have to purchase. It's only the instance for SUI here. Like for Bitcoin, you have 4 decimal places. Ethereum, you have, I think, 3 or 2 decimal places worth of Ethereum that you could purchase. I have it all on the contract details, which I'm not going to pull up right now. It's all set in code. I've already managed to incorporate that into my code, so it automatically knows how much. But like I said, this will no longer be an issue. What did I do? I traded Mana USDT. Why? Because I saw it was down. It was negative percentage and in an uptrend. So I opened a long position, but it just kept going down. So rip Decentraland. I don't think we're ever going to see a metaverse ever. March 15. Opened this at, come on, this price, come on. I don't, like, when I double click, it highlights the rest of these words for some reason. Why can't you just highlight the number like a normal field of data? My realized profit and loss was this, minus whatever extra fees, which was just this. This hit a stop loss. My other trade I did was in SUI earlier today, right over here, purchased over here, but then it dropped below this, so that's where it sold. The next purchase I did was approximately around the same area. My stop loss is a little further down though. Take profit is at 242. Do I have faith in this trade? Not really, because it's a Saturday. Man, I'm sleepy already. SUI USDT. Did you guys know there was a lunar eclipse 2 days ago? 2 days ago now? Yeah, 2 nights ago. 1 night ago. And I filmed it. It was pretty cool. Might upload it. Oh, I forgot to write the date. 3:15. It's the open price. This is the close price. This one lost $8.34 minus fees is this. This hit a stop loss. Cool. So now I have $4,978.34 placed into the account. We will no longer be risking $8 a trade after this trade, of course. We'll now be risking, give me a number, $49, almost $50 each trade to make how much? 3 times that amount. 150 if we hit a take profit, which I feel like that's reasonable. If I can manage to hit a take profit a day, that's 150. If I could do 3 trades per day, no, I'd have to do 6 trades per day. If I'm trying to make $100 a day, let's just say, for example, I have a account over here that tells me how much money I'm making per day, right? Since which date until today's date, whatever the current amount of data is. So far, I'm losing 28 cents per day ever since I started on March 4, which is, it's the same as nothing, I guess. But we'll see how this one turns out. You can't really blame the majority of these because a lot of them were closed manually or like testing where the code wasn't, my code was incorrect, right? So I had to make a lot of fixes in the script. Now all those fixes are there. I've proved that the strategy can work. We had a couple of take profits already, which I'm pretty proud of. So I feel confident about it, right? Risking $8, making 20, 24, right? 23, 24, $22. This one was closed manually. Yeah, some of these don't really count. Now, starting now, it's going to be the real deal. More money in play, right? We'll just see how far we can make it. And SUI was the best asset that returned the most for me when I did my back testing, at least. So we'll see how that plays out. Oh, this is looking nasty. It's about to hit a stop loss. Yeah. Today, Saturday, it's clearly been the worst day for me. Like, I already lost 3 trades in a row. Well, I was going to lose 3. This would be my 3rd trade in a row that's been lost. All happened today, Saturday. So I'm not going to be running the bot on Saturdays. That's all. It's good. I'd rather lose $8 now than lose, what, $50 by learning the exact same thing. Just wasting more money on that. Yeah, anyway, we'll see what happens. I mean, it started off okay. How much gain is this? I don't know. Like, it was gaining like $6, $7, I think, up here. That's 1.03%. This is also 0.86. Relative drop to increase. Yeah, I think that's about the same amount, but up here is what I was making. All right, not too bad. What else we got? Litecoin still at $92. It didn't break toward the upside yet, so no trend in general for Litecoin still. And Bitcoin is also just currently decreasing. Decreasing little by little. I did close a position that I had on my main account on Bitcoin, and I put another trigger order a little bit lower because I do think it is going to drop. There might be somebody out there that knows something that we don't. I'll explain what I'm talking about. Do you guys remember this whale that... hold on, let me just give you a bit of context here. Am I seeing this right? Yes. March 2nd. Or March 1st, realistically. Somebody opens a 50x position long on Bitcoin here with millions of dollars. 50x, by the way. Meaning that your liquidation price would have been at like $83,000, $84,000. opening it, and then overnight, you know, the position's still open. People are like, oh, okay, well, wonder who would have purchased that. And then guess what? The next day, Crypto Strategic Reserve post announced by Donald Trump on his Truth Social. Bang, this person made billions in profit. Insider information. He knew what was happening. He did this on HyperLiquid, which is a decentralized exchange. Something I showed you guys yesterday as well, where somebody also tried manipulating the price of Ethereum by removing margin, which they had to patch that now. I'll also talk about that. But yeah, this person clearly had insider information, because why would you open a 50x long on Bitcoin the night before this strategic reserve announcement came out? That was incredibly suspicious. Do we know who it is? Absolutely not. What was their name? Their name on HyperLiquid, on the position that they opened, it was called March 7. What happened March 7? Or what was supposed to happen March 7? This is the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve announcement from Donald Trump, him signing it. But March 7 was the day where we had the crypto summit at the White House. Ironically, though, the same person shorted Bitcoin right up here as well, as soon as it dropped. Liquidating all the longs, right? Also a high leverage position, meaning that he would have been liquidated very, very easily if it just went a speck against him. And I'm pretty sure this person's made a lot of profit with whatever drop this is, depending on how talented you are at insider information trading. Yeah, pretty decent profit, I'd suppose. Now, he's back at it again. That's what this post is all about. This whale has now opened a $332 million short position on Bitcoin. Oh boy, what does he know now? What does this insider trader know? Let me just give you the numbers here. I'll draw out the exact trade in a moment here. We do have those numbers. The collateral withdrawal trick is no longer possible now that HyperLiquid has made a 20% margin requirement on all transfers. And it is the same guy who got liquidated on Ethereum a few days ago. Liquidated, but in a good way. Because he took out margin and also some profits while Ethereum... He went long on Ethereum, right? I shared this yesterday. He went long on Ethereum, took out some profits, and also took out some margin, meaning that more leverage would have been required by HyperLiquid to keep the position open. And then, as soon as it went a little bit in his against him, you hit that margin call, the liquidation price, and I mean, the guy already took out all his margin. He tricked HyperLiquid, I guess, the exchange. And, well, HyperLiquid had to cover like something like a $4 million loss or something like that to cover for that. So that's why now they put a 20% margin requirement. So, you know, this guy took out a large percentage of his margin that ultimately HyperLiquid had to cover for it. So that was an issue. It's now been patched. But he can't do that same thing right now. And also, by the way, if he shorted at that exact same moment, because Ethereum's price crashed a little after that, once that position got liquidated, which it was pennies, whatever he got liquidated for, but he already made his profits on the way up, taking out all that margin, and the loss was eaten by HyperLiquid. He went short. He could have gone short, likely he did, on a different exchange, we don't know for sure, and made profit off the downfall as well. Double profit. This is market manipulation. This guy's outsmarting us all. He's a whale that's just making these market plays. Is he outsmarting us? Is it really legal? Is it not? I don't even know. Fair play, I guess. It's all supposed to be decentralized, so you do what you can. But don't bully us like that, honestly. Okay, so this is what the position is looking like. 3,940 Bitcoins. Okay, 40x leverage. It's $332 million. He's already losing $1 million, so he clearly doesn't care. He put... Hold on. I think that's something different. Do we have the position details here? He was also on cross margin. Wow. This means that, like, if it does go against him, his liquidation price, if he does have extra margin on the side, he could cover for that liquidation so that it doesn't liquidate him. 85,300 is where this man's stop loss is. 85,300. When did this post come out? 10 a.m. I think they liquidated him. This reached 8,500. 85,000, sorry. 290? Oh, no, barely. Oh, wow. They couldn't liquidate this guy then. Wow. Wow, this is just talent at its finest. I don't know where he purchased, but I'm putting this 85,300. That is insane. If it was just by barely anything that he did not get liquidated, or maybe he did, but if he did, that would cause a short squeeze and push the price higher, wouldn't it? 85,300. That's his stop loss. Oh my. Yeah, that's technically not hit. And he's shorting a lot of money. Entry is 84040.8. Let me type. I already forgot. 84040.8. That's his entry price. So he would have entered here. Oh man. Price is still currently here. We don't know where his take profit is going to be or where he decides to close this position, but he is clearly expecting a drop. Right? Are we expecting something to happen on Monday? Pretty sure we are. Something is going to happen on Monday. Or it could be Saturday. I mean, sorry, Sunday. Tomorrow. Similar deal to what happened with the strategic reserve announcement. It happened during the weekend, right? And this whale opened that position on a Saturday as well. Suspicious stuff. You know what's even more suspicious, though? Well, currently he's in a loss. Well, he was in a loss, losing 1 million. I think he has like 8 million total or something. Times 40. 8 times 4. Just do the math, right? 332 divided by 40 million. Yeah, $8.3 million is what he put in. Oh, man. Yep. He can get wrecked easily, but he's pretty smart. Why isn't Grok replying anymore in the... Anyways. Yeah, something's up. You know what's... Okay, this is what's even more suspicious. This insider, he changed his name to Tether FUD. Tether FUD is what his name is. You can do the same kind of thing with he did the same thing with the March 7 when he did that insider trade with before the crypto strategic reserve announcement. He named himself March 7. So, okay, does he really know something? Could this just be a big just a big attempt to manipulate the price of Bitcoin without anything actually happening? What is the Tether FUD that can happen? The little bit that I know that could be Tether FUD, European Union banning USD Tether, but Europe doesn't even use USD anyway, so does it really matter? That's really it. I don't really see why. What else would make Tether drop? USD Tether is used everywhere. I'm using USDT right now, right? Oh, look, he's currently in a little bit of profit with this current little dip on the Bitcoin price. Yeah. He also has a lot of Trump coins, by the way. Long. He's going long on Trump. Okay, okay. Is Trump going to make some weird announcement against Tether? Is Trump coin going to be the new stablecoin, or what's going to happen here? Remember, World Liberty Fi has a lot of Tether as well. I don't think he'd sabotage like half of his portfolio there, or a third of it, right? He's got a lot of stablecoins in his World Liberty Fi portfolio, so I don't think Trump is going to do anything weird here. It's just based on my intuition. my analysis here. Guys are already paying $100,000 in funding fees. That is insane. 40x, man. Should we copy trade that? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I do want to look at this trade, though. The Trump entry. Do we see? Yeah, we can see the entry. I want to see what he did. Do we have Trump coin here? I'm pretty sure we do. Trump Soul. Yeah. Looks like it's this one, obviously. Could be. Why do we have a big... When was this opened? Did we see? Does not tell us when it was opened. Did you purchase at... Okay, 12.09. I mean, yeah. Or it could be where it is right now. I'm just gonna pretend we don't see this this candle. What the heck is that? Something you barely see. Let's go long here. Trump coin. He entered at 12.09. What do you got? Liquidation price. It's 10x. We don't see liquidation price. I mean, I could just assume based off of this, right? If I was to do a limit order 12.07, I gotta be careful to not actually put any money in. But where is this? 10x. Liquidation price would be 1097. There you go. That's how you do the mathematical calculation. 10977. So that's where this guy would get liquidated with a 10x long. Interesting. This guy really thinks Trump coin will go up. I mean, it is in an uptrend. I don't blame him. Should I get my bot on this? I could. I wonder. Okay, tomorrow. I might probably have to write this down. Tomorrow, if my Sui position closes, of course, tonight, I'll probably just enter this tonight. Or tomorrow, when I wake up again. I'll try to make my bot enter a long position on Trump coin. I don't know how accurate it'll be, or how volatile if we do drop downwards, but we are in an uptrend, so it should enter a long position if it does find that triple moving average confirmation. Moving upwards, we'll see if we can get some hot profit on here. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what this insider trader knows, if he's back at it again. I'm going to keep this bookmarked just in case. This is big news. Ton Foundation, Telegram coin. They confirmed that Pavel Durov, CEO of Telegram, who was arrested, by the way, in France due to, you know, encryption... Telegram, we don't know who the criminals are who are you doing illegal stuff on your platform, so we're going to arrest the CEO until we find out. Yeah, the French authorities got their way. He had to give up that kind of information. And his passport has just been returned back to him by the French authorities, granting him the freedom to leave the country at his discretion. Pavel Durov is finally free. This had an impact originally on the price of Toncoin when he originally got arrested. I want to look at Toncoin. And thanks to this, of course, Ton is up, almost going to say 40%. It's 20%. Why isn't Toncoin even going up a lot further? That's just upsetting. Whatever. $3.51. Man, it still fell off. I remember this being $7. It was $7 until Pavel Durov got arrested. This is the weekly chart. February 2024, yeah. Pretty sure it was like around August or something that he got arrested. It was around this time. He got arrested, dropped from like $7 down to $4. Yeah, this is it. Then it rose a little bit. Trump victory over here rallied back up to $7. But then from there, it's just been in a constant decline all the way until now. And keep in mind, you know, Pavel Durov got arrested. He figured some solution out. He's still stuck. Trump election victory, price decay, Pavel Durov released. Like, look where we are right now. Yeah, Toncoin is done for, in my opinion. You know what else is benefiting from this, of course, is not the meme coin from Ton. Are we going to get a chart loaded? Oh my gosh, this looks like a rug pull. It says it's up 19%, which seems massive, but I mean, come on, look at where it was. It used to cost 2 cents. That is insane. I remember this. I remember this. And it just dropped heavily. I remember after August, August 5 recession, this pumped like 30% back upwards. Is this 50% here? Yeah, something like that. Something crazy. But it's just been in a constant decay. It's clearly lost its popularity, unfortunately. I think it's time to say rip to Toncoin. Unless they do something more with their chain. It's still number 14. This used to be number 10. But Tron has completely taken over. I still have to look into Pi. I don't know what it does. I just heard it was a scam from Ben Zhu at Bybit. Alright, cool. It's good, I guess, for the Ton Foundation, but I think the hype is gone. That's all. I don't know if they're going to be able to recover all the way back to $7. I mean, nothing's impossible, but no, it's just buy Bitcoin or something, right? 84,000 Bitcoin currently. I'll be keeping an eye on this insider trade. So far, it's perfectly calculated, which is insane. All right, well, we'll see. That's what a lot of people were doing. They're like, okay, we know his liquidation price. Let's get him liquidated. But no, I don't know how smart he is, but 85,300. I don't think he's liquidated. His trade's still open. Good for him. March 14, well, that was yesterday. March 15 update. Overall inflows this week for Bitcoin ETFs. It was outflows. $153 million in outflows. Fidelity outflows 939 Bitcoins and holds 194,000 Bitcoins. What? That's a lot of Bitcoins. How much does BlackRock have then? Because this is like the same amount that China has. 9 Ethereum ETFs have a net outflow of $33 million, 17,000 Ethereums. BlackRock, from my iShares, they outflowed $15 million in Ethereum. They currently hold 1,248,688 Ethereums, which is worth $2.41 billion. We can see that on the ETF flow. Yeah, a lot of outflows in general, unfortunately. Hopefully next week things will turn around, especially we do have important stuff next week. The interest rate decision, the FOMC meeting that's happening on Wednesday. We're also having one for Bank of Japan, by the way. Interest rate decision for Bank of Japan. That's going to be interesting. I don't know the specifics, but I remember that last time we had something like this where they hiked Japan's interest rates. That's what mainly also caused the August 5 recession fears. And there is a bit of talks about recession, but I feel like that's just Democrat propaganda at this point. They were mentioning something about a government shutdown that was going to happen in the United States, but ultimately nothing happened. It's all just a bunch of baloney. So yeah, it's just Democrat propaganda at this point. These JD Vance memes are getting crazy. Hey, Tom Lee says that Bitcoin will do better than $150,000 this year is what he thinks. Who is Tom Lee? Well, Tom Lee is music? No, come on. Investor. I assume it's this guy. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, well, he's an investor. An analyst saying that Bitcoin will do more than $150,000 this year. I agree. I think Bitcoin 180 to 220,000 seems reasonable. According to, even DeepSeek AI has said it. Vanek is predicting that amount. There are other large predictions as well, but I feel like they're way too aggressive. Like, people are saying 500,000 millions. I don't think it's going to go that far. This cycle, like, by the end of this year, or maybe next year, I don't think so. If, like, 2026 turns out to be bullish and we have an extended cycle, like the super cycle or whatever they call it, and no crypto winter, I mean, of course, it would depend on how much Trump supports crypto by then. Because with all the support that he has given, look where we are right now, 83,000. So, like, come on. Although we do know for sure it's just the tariffs that are overshadowing most of this. But the tariffs are temporary. It's a transitory period, whatever. And the stock market is what he said. Just have to trust in Trump, I guess, at this point. Our bags are depending on whatever this man tweets or posts on his Truth Social. Did I hit a stop loss? Yeah, I absolutely did. Yeah, I did. Cool. I do like this format though. Like you start with something a long form of text, paragraph, 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 long form of text. That's how you know that there's a trade in between this. I just like my formatting so much. I'm just so good at coding and everything I do. It's saying that my PNL, okay, this is obviously wrong. That's because I added more margin is why it shows I made $4,000. I didn't make $4,000. That is a lie. You know what I'm going to do? Should I long Trump now? I might regret this. I don't know. And it's kind of perfect scenario, isn't it? It's not going to enter a position right now. My entry price will be better than this insider trader, or maybe worse. I don't know. By the time it swings upward again, might be a little higher than 1209. Also, what is the ticker for this? Is it Trump Soul? Trump Soul. Yeah, it worked. My balance is 496629. Yeah, that's right. All right, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna answer it now, so I'm just gonna cancel this for now. Yeah, cool. Yep, that's what we got indeed. Yeah, not much else to say then. There's your technical analysis for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm working on Elon Musk video. Probably going to work on it tonight and tomorrow. Probably release it by tomorrow. I don't know. Wish me luck on that. I might be busy tomorrow too. So we'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us. Alright then. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.